Bryan Popin.
Hey, y'all, how you feeling?
We're on his Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram.
We're on Instagram Live, by the way. Go to Bryan Popin's page so you can see what we're doing in here.
We doing something.
I got big hair from the Stellars. Did that? I mean, the Nevada air just like dry your hair out?
This is a toupee. I just put it on, and then I just, it always looks
He's
good.
a cool dude. Yeah, welcome back from the Stellar Awards.
Thank you. Did you have fun?
I had a ball. I saw pictures of you and your beautiful wife and brand new baby.
Yes, 5 weeks old, sporting his little tux, and
He
my
looks so
beautiful
cute.
wife.
Yeah.
My wife was wondering, she's like, I don't want to wear heels on the carpet. And I'm like, no, baby, I like you in heels. And she's like, but I'm going to be 2 feet taller than you because you're kind of short. And I'm like, hey, that don't mean nothing.
You love that.
Yeah, I don't care. I love her, and I love my family, so I don't care. I was just glad she was with me.
And you were celebrating your anniversary as well.
18 years. Yeah.
Wow, what a
6
blessing.
kids.
Yes.
Been through a few things.
I remember when you were at Women's Empowerment and you were like, my wife is pregnant. She's got to stop. I'm like, she has to stop.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, we have fun.
Yes, yeah.
Too much fun, I guess.
Amen. It's so cool to see you. You told me last week that at the Stellars, the last time you went to the Stellars, you were in the nosebleed section.
Oh, and I fought to be just way back there, yeah. I mean, look at God. It's amazing what a season, a change can be, even a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, and at that point, the songs were being birthed, but, they just weren't really... just so much has come to pass.
Yeah.
I almost went bankrupt, started a label because I wasn't this or I wasn't that, and I had to deal with my own insecurities in life, and just felt, someone else could sing it better, someone else could do it better, but yet God was still birthing a story and the process, I think God loves the process. We probably don't, but in that process is where He really speaks to you, and you either pursue Him or you run from Him.
Yeah.
I've always tried to pursue Him, even though it's been tough and frustrating and confusing and all of that. But, like such a time as this was birthed during that time. And I knew I still was in God's will, but I was still dealing with mess.
Yeah.
And I got out, it was just a praise song of all that He had done for me.
Yeah.
And to see, so much favor on my life when I should have been sifted or taken out or gone bankrupt or my marriage should have failed, but gave me the grace to reprioritize things.
Yes. Yeah, we've talked about the priorities before and how, Satan will twist that and confuse you.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're like, oh, this is over. Well, it's not supposed to be over because you didn't follow the right path.
Come on.
So this is really, it's important that people understand that those priorities are important.
They are, and what I saw is even though God was blessing me in certain things, I was putting that as a priority because He was blessing it. So, I started doing more, and I always do everything. I don't know if you've ever seen me perform, but like I'm 110, I'm intense, I'm all in, and I'm passionate, and so for me, that's easy to go that route.
Yeah.
But you got to check yourself and prioritize, and for me, it was also like, gosh, God had given me the most beautiful woman in the world. We've had a great relationship, all these babies, all these kids. I was losing some of the relationship and all of that. But you just really have to check yourself. And it's like that job that God blessed you with. Now you don't go to church because you work on Sundays.
Yeah.
You got to take a stand.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that because I can be quite the workaholic. But
we all can.
Yeah, and because I love what I do.
Exactly.
And then when you look up, it's a different time you have to run, and so I've been working on that myself because it's hard. It's hard to kind of balance both of those. But I love the testimony because you were in the nosebleed section, and then next thing you know, you're nominated and you're also performing at the pre-show.
Yeah, I know, right? It don't make no sense, but I don't know. And congratulations to you as well.
Thank
Another
you.
nomination.
Yeah,
God
absolutely.
Is good.
It's really good. I just love the fact that people they look out for you.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you are a nominee, and you're up against four dynamic people.
Right.
But out of all the people that were in the running, you were one of four. I was one of four. So
right.
that is a blessing.
It is a blessing. And I always say, look, I love gospel music. I've always loved it. I respect it. I admire it. I live it. I eat it. I breathe it. And I want this genre to always exist just like everybody else.
Yes.
And I'll do whatever I can to help promote it, to push the icons that help pave the way, you know, and I think we're all one family and feel the same way about all of that. So to just be associated in the mix of that, to be, you know, in the same nomination category as some amazing people like Marvin Sapp. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
And backstage, he gave me the biggest hug, and he goes, man, I saw you at Bishop Jakes' Potter's house, and, you know I love you. You know I believe in you. You just need to keep going. And, I mean,
get
those
that
little nuggets,
man, that's
I will
amazing.
hold on to for a long time and keep going, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is. Well, we're going to come back, and you have brand new music, and I want everybody to hear it.
I
cannot wait. I need to learn how to do those little steps, though. You're going to teach me?
I'm going to teach you, or at least a one step, or at least a little slide or something.
Because you know I'll do a video for
you. You got a beautiful smile, so you can just smile.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right, Praise 102.7 with Bryan Popin.
Compelling talk.
Praise 102.7, Detroit's inspiration station. Darlene McCoy, even me, she will be back on the air at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm in the studio with Bryan Popin. How are you?
I'm doing good. Shout out to Darlene. Darlene.
I absolutely love your music, and I love your stories about going into churches and how the churches are like, okay, you know, what is this boy gonna do?
Yeah, what is this? What is this?
I know, and when you were at Triumph, I'm not sure that they knew Bryan Popin from the song Bryan Popin Does.
Well, a lot, and I work with choirs. Like, I'll go in and, let's say, do I Got Out with certain, you know, choirs and churches. And it's funny because when I walk into the building to rehearse with them, some of them just, oh my God, you know, like, I don't know. But I think it's fun. I really feel like my ministry is to bring people together.
Yeah.
I mean, I really believe in that, especially now more than ever. And I grew up in the New York, New Jersey area. I'm all about culture. I love culture. I love the differences. I love the diversity. And, you know, the music just kind of opens the door, and it just allows us an opportunity to open up a conversation and join hands together.
I tell people that is what heaven's going to be like.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, so stop, you know, looking at a person from the outside.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what God has inside of them.
And my joke is to everyone that interviews me, because they all want to know, like, why did you choose black gospel music? And they'll say that.
Right.
And I say, you know, I really feel like it chose me. You know, I don't know what else to do. I've got some soul. I've been through some stuff, and you know, and I love sharing my heart and my story.
Amen.
But I perform how I perform because I'm all in.
Yeah.
And but my joke is, you know, like, you think I chose this color? like I was just born with this. I'm trying to work with it.
And I'm glad you do. I am so glad you do.
Thank you.
Your brand new song is called Step in the Name.
That's right.
And where did this come from?
Okay, so we all need a little feel-good music, and Step in the Name to me was just, I needed to zone out of what people were telling me I needed to do or be, or what I was not. And more than anything, I knew what God called me to be and called to do, and I just needed to be me, because there's nobody, like Bishop Jakes said to me, there's nobody better at being you than you.
Right.
You know, so you just need to be authentic. And so for that vamp and that, you know, that's just a feel-good song.
It is.
Makes you want to smile. And I knew I needed to do a cool video for it, and I've always loved Kirk Franklin's smile.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do cameo videos and have friends of mine be in it, and artists and whatnot, and just let it be this diverse thing where we just step together. But also, if I look back at my life, I realize that, you know, I've fought a lot. I've had to push on, press through, and not give up, and trust God through the thick and thin. It just hasn't been easy. But the last year or 2 years has been really a season I've never experienced in life, where I have gotten out of a lot of things, and I've been able to just kind of allow God to bless me here and bless me there, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah.
So Step in the Name for me was also you've got to get out of your box, and you've got to give God something to work with. So if you're believing God for a ministry, well, what are you giving God? You can't just sit on the couch. You know, you've got to move, you've got to do something. So we dance and we have fun and we joke and we smile, but honestly, you've got to give God, like, it's faith. I mean, it's impossible to please Him without faith. So you got to give God something. So I just say you got to step. You got to step in faith, you got to step in love, you got to smile more, get out your box. And look, if we come together and we join hands through the process, to me, that's a beautiful thing.
All right now, I told y'all this was the one. You feel that? Gospel music at its finest. Old school, new school. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I've been through the fire a few times. Been up against the ropes a time or two. And even when I thought my life was over, I pushed on through the pain. Just let go. Just let go. And trace my way through it. Trace my way through it. Just let go. Just let go. And trace my way through it. Through it. Through it. And just step in the name. Just step in the name. Just step in the name. In the name of Jesus. Step in the name. Just step in the name. Just step in the name. In the name of Jesus. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. And step into your miracle. I like that. Here we go. Maybe you're going through the fire right now. Maybe you feel like life is over. Well, you know I'm gonna tell it like it is. You gotta put a praise on it. Just let go. And praise your way through it. Praise your way through it. Just let go. Just let go. And praise your way through it. Through it. Now just step in the name. Just step in the name. Just step in the name. In the name of Jesus. Step in the name. Just step in the name. Just step in the name. In the name of Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step into your miracle.
Step into your miracle. Step into your miracle.
I like that.
Step into your miracle. Step into your miracle. Step into your miracle. Step into your miracle. Step into your miracle.
I like that.
Step into your miracle. Step
sharing testimonies off the air and getting updated on what's going on in each other's lives. And I just appreciate you, Bryan Popin.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you.
I just do. I love what you stand for. I love the fact that you listen to God, and He is a rewarder.
He is.
You know, of those who diligently seek Him, and
Amen.
you certainly are doing that. How can we find you on social media?
So if you want on social media, you just go to Bryan Popin on Twitter or Instagram, or Facebook is Bryan Popin Music, but it's BRYAN POP 1P IN.
I know people want to do that.
They want to do the double P's, yeah. Or I've been called Byron or Brains. You got to get the name. It's Bryan.
And it's
Popin.
Bryan with a Y.
Yes,
so
with
just
a Y.
to make sure.
Or go to the website, and it's just bryanpopin.com, and you can check out events. But no, seriously, like if a song is ministering to you, hashtag the song, and then tag me, because you know, as writers, as artists, there's nothing more when we hear feedback from people that the song is ministered, or got me out of this, or helped me with this situation, or my marriage, or whatnot.
For sure.
I mean, that means everything to us. Because
I hashtagged you before a song.
Yes, you hashtagged me. Yeah. I love you.
I put smoke in it and everything.
Yes, you did. You did. Which is another thing. If you want to step a little on Step in the Name, then, you know,
I think I got to do that for you.
I think you should.
Yeah, I think I can, you know.
I would love to see you.
I'll put myself out there once again for Bryan Popin.
That's right.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me this hour. It was a lot of fun. It's Bryan Popin right here on Praise 102.7, Detroit's Inspiration Station.